Let's get back to some Major League Baseball action. I was 0-2 yesterday on my picks. Let's see if we can get back on track. Got 2 games today. Here's one of them. Let's get right to it. Wild card implications here. American League Baseball, Minnesota Twins versus the Cleveland Indians. And I'm going to back under the total in this game and what I think is the most underrated pitching matchup of the day. Let's get right to it. Line right now is 8 between the Indians and the Twins, with Ervin Santana going for the Twins, who's pitched really well lately. And Danny Salazar, one of the most underrated pitchers in all of Major League Baseball, in my opinion. I think this total is just a little bit too high at 8. I'm going to take under the total. I'd like for both these guys to come out, pitch really well today. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about him. Danny Salazar, he has had a really tough stretch of games. Not that he's pitched bad, but I'll get to the teams he's faced in just a second. He comes in on the season pitching pretty well. 3.48 ERA, 1.12 whip, 182 strikeouts, and a 13-8 record. Now, check this out. His last 7 games, he's pitched against the Yankees twice, the Tigers twice, Boston, Toronto, Kansas City. 7 of arguably the best hitting teams in all of baseball. He hasn't pitched bad. He had 1 rough outing against the Tigers in which he allowed 6 runs. Allowed 4 against New York, but that's it. In his last 10 games total, except for that game against Detroit where he allowed 6, he's been fine, real steady. The guy's tough. I think he's going to pitch really well today, facing an offense not quite as good as the ones I just mentioned, even though Minnesota does hit the ball well at home. For the Twins, Ervin Santana finally starting to come around a little bit. He's been knocked around since he came back from injury. He comes in, 4.55 ERA, 1.37 whip, 67 strikeouts, a 5-4 record on the year. But in his last 4 games, he's only allowed 4 total earned runs in 29 innings. So he's starting to pick it back up. At home, he's been terrible with an ERA well over 5. I expect those numbers to drop a little bit today. Should pitch a good game against the Indians. Twins, Indians, both pretty good hitting teams, and both have the same type of statistics. Great at home, not good away. Doesn't bode well for the Indians. They come in overall, statistically, they rank 18th in the major leagues in runs scored per game. They're 14th in OPS at 725, and they're 10th in batting average at 258 as a team. They got some nice pieces in that lineup. They don't hit well on the road. All those statistics drop pretty dramatically. Twins, just the opposite. Well, they're just the same as the Indians, that they hit well at home. Overall, on the year, the Twins rank 11th in runs scored per game at 4.36, 23rd in OPS, and 24th in batting average, hitting 248 as a team. All those go up in Minnesota, but I think they're facing a really good pitcher today in Salazar, so I don't expect them to do a lot of damage. This game means something to both these teams. I expect both these pitchers to pitch well. They're right in at 3.5, 4.5, around their games out in the wild card race. Should be a good matchup. Should be really good. So tune in, watch this one, watch a good pitching matchup, take under the total. That's going to be my under the total play in Major League Baseball today. And I wish you luck on your plays of the day.